A Singapore Institute of Management employee was caught on tape assaulting an intern. Now, a coworker caught everything on tape. It's a little difficult to watch because the assault is so out of nowhere and it looks really, really harsh. Let's take a quick look at that and then we'll discuss.
Jesus. Jesus.
God.
That was weird because it was between a punch and a slap.
I know.
It was like this, like, man, that's, okay, dude, man, I don't care if that's your boss, I don't care how much you need that job. There are bounds of reason.
Yeah, the intern completely restrained himself. I don't know how he did it. He just sat there as it was happening. As you guys can see in the beginning of the video, the other employee tried to get involved and tried to calm things down, but obviously it didn't work. Now, both of them have been let go from this institute. The intern.
The intern got fired?
Yes, he got fired.
See, you should have kicked his ass. Yeah. Because, I mean, they fired you anyway, right? When you didn't even do anything wrong.
Yep.
That's crazy. Look, I'm against violence, kind of, but like, and so sometimes people do a little, like, they'll get stupid angry and they'll push somebody, right? Mm-hmm. That's where I say, bring it down, bring it down. You don't react. You're going to get in trouble. It's a bad idea, etc. Right? But somebody hits you in the face like 4 times. No, the end of this. No, that's just way too beyond the pale, man. At least walk out. Don't just sit there. And I'm not trying to blame the victim. I mean, the guy who's doing it should be massively fired. What was that?
I don't know.
Was that a slap? Or was
No,
that a fight?
they were closed fists, but it was in a slapping motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the punch slap before. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
Slunch?
I don't know if you have another aspect, Anna.
No. Go ahead.
And I guess I could expect you to answer things a certain way because I know how you are. Mm-hmm. But I wonder, I would want to ask women versus men, especially the 3 of us. Like, we're thinking, oh, you know, I heard Jesus say, oh, hell no, immediately. Mm-hmm. And we know what you would do. And we know what I would do. But, like, if a woman's in that position, fighting isn't always the first thing. Does that make you, at least your thought and your feeling was like, oh, that worries me. I'd want to be up. I don't know. I want to tell someone because I don't want to tell anybody. I just want to end this.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I guess it really depends on the physical strength of a guy, and I know to evaluate my physical strength, and it's not that strong.
I was thinking
so,
a female employee above you.
A female employee. Oh, so if a female employee, I would try to fight back. I mean, hopefully it's not Misty, right?
That's
because I feel like women
just got interested.
I feel like in general women don't think to fight. You know, in general, they're making broad generalizations.
Oh
here.
no, there are certain things that'll trigger that same reaction from women as well. Remember the infamous story that I told about the guy who slapped my butt. I'm not a fighter. I had never been in a physical altercation at all in my entire life until that very moment where this like 14-year-old rode by with his bike and he slapped my butt and I felt humiliated and it was just a really terrible violated feeling that I had, and he came back for more and I didn't think I had it in me. I kicked him off his bike and I started kicking him in his ribs and I couldn't stop, and it was like this moment of rage.
That's a beatdown.
Yeah, it was this moment of rage that I had, and it was partly because it was self-defense. It was because I was angry and I was scared, and that's how I reacted. So who knows how you would react in a moment like that?
Right, and look, overall point at the company, if I was running the company, I'd be really worried that there was a climate where a guy thought he could do that to someone that works under him.
Right.
You know, that guy might just be crazy and an exception, but I'd want to make sure it wasn't the rule. And you know what, a decent way to react would have been, okay, I know it's a little crazy because there's no good way to react when you've been assaulted in that insane and bizarre way. But like, get up and break his glasses. Okay, I know, it's weird, right? But be like, oh yeah, just stand up, get in his face, and take his glasses off and break them and be like, what now? It'll throw it for a loop, plus he won't be able to see.
I wouldn't have thought of that, but okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It's something. I mean,
it's
you want to retaliate in some way.
Right, and who can blame you?
And it might be really expensive to replace those glasses, so there.
Always thinking. Or you could just do this back at him.